Today's collectible spot, you are looking at the top of Spot's backdrop. That's because we're having a look at the very large, very creepy, yet very cool HorrorDecor.net Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees Horror Buddy. This incredible piece is, again, a very large piece, so much so that, again, you're seeing it from the top of my backdrop. Spot ordered this, as well as a few other delectable goodies from the folks over at HorrorDecor.net, who also are providing you guys a 10% off coupon code. So you guys can save, if you want to pick up this really awesome piece for yourself, you guys can save 10% on your order by using the coupon code TheReviewSpot. Spot picked up a couple of pillows. I also picked up the Clown Horror Buddy, but the one I was really excited about getting was the Friday 13th Jason Voorhees Horror Buddy. And looking at him, I'm assuming it's probably Jason Voorhees from part 3, kind of just gauging that from the mask, you know, the outfit that he's wearing. But it's really fun. Now, I had also picked up the Clown Horror Buddy, and as I mentioned in that video, when we were growing up, when I was growing up, and I'm going to sound like an old person telling the story, but when I grew up, we had like buddies like this. Not horror buddies, but we had like wrestling buddies, and I think we had a couple of comic book buddies too. But they were the same idea with kind of the hook hands and, you know, just the straight leg kind of things. And I always thought to myself, even at that age, gee, it would be kind of cool to have like a horror buddy to carry around with me. Maybe like a Child's Play, or in this case, like a Jason Voorhees. And my dreams were answered. Although my dreams were answered 20 years or so later, but still very, very cool. Now, there's back printing on the Jason, as well as obviously on the front. And he even has the strapping at the top of his mask there also. His gloves are his hands are present as big, meaty gloves. And in fact, actually, the whole piece is pretty plush, you know, especially around the top torso section here and around his head. He is very soft, very comfortable. The also thing with it being the arm kind of hooked is that it's easy to grab, and you can kind of take Jason wherever you want to go. I would not necessarily recommend taking the Jason Horror Buddy to Nana's house. Nana probably is not going to appreciate why you're carrying around the Crystal Lake Killer around your arm, but I gotta say it's definitely a super cool piece to own in a collection. This would also be the kind of fun piece that if you had a man cave, drop the word man cave, but if I had a man cave, this would be something I would want to kind of have on the couch with me as I'm watching, I'm guessing probably a horror movie, probably a Nightmare, a Friday the 13th here. If you guys are interested in checking out Horror Decor, picking up a Jason Voorhees Horror Buddy for yourself, and also, as I mentioned, they have I think I also mentioned too, they have a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger Horror Buddy, which just came out. They've got 5 of them, if I'm not mistaken. One of them being the NES Freddy, one being the new Nightmare Freddy. I would kind of like to see them do also more Jason Voorhees buddies, and maybe like a Michael Myers, Child's Play Chucky. Really, the sky's the limit. Imagine having these in your collection. You may maybe not want to give them to your kid to be carrying around because you go to a store, grocery store, and little Timmy's carrying around a horror buddy. Maybe they might not understand, but you'll understand because you know you're the coolest parent in town letting your kid have the Jason Voorhees Horror Buddy. Today's collectible spot, we were having a look at the HorrorDecor.net, the Friday 13th Jason Voorhees Horror Buddy. Don't be going anywhere, guys. The spot's going to have more videos heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Ch-ch-ch.